Hello everyone, Gina here. I'm going to run through the process of how I made this layout. You'll see the photo there. I'm actually just cutting down papers right now. I'm relying heavily on the Echo Park Winter Wishes collection. I believe it was a mini collection that Echo Park put out, and as you can see, that photo there is a picture I took with my iPhone while I was driving home after it snowed one day, and that is the road that leads into our neighborhood. And I just thought that it was a gorgeous scene out there, and so I decided that I would scrapbook it. And so, like I said, I'm using the Echo Park Winter, what is it called? Winter Wishes. And that silver paper you see on the back there is from Stampin' Up. It's silver cardstock I bought at a garage sale, so I don't even know if they sell that anymore. And so the snowflake paper, the purple paper with the circles, and that striped background paper that I'm using is all from the Echo Park collection. And then I'm going to bring in some other papers as well. This layout took an hour and 2 minutes, or just a little bit over an hour to complete. And it's funny that it took that long because I didn't really use all that many supplies. I don't know. I think most of it is just this struggle right here with where to put all these layers. This is some holographic paper that I got in a scrap. I bought a package of just, paper scraps. I don't do that much anymore because I generate a bunch of my own scraps now that I don't need to buy scraps, let's be honest. But very early when I started scrapbooking, I just bought this bag of like scrap papers. I think I bought it at Hobby Lobby, and it was with a bunch of like natural papers, things like that, like the what do you call that paper? Like it's that very thick cottony. Ooh, the word's not going to come to me, but if I can remember it, I'll put it in the description. But I can't. Anyway, I didn't use any of that kind of paper on this layout. I used that iridescent paper there. So in the close-ups, you can see it a bit better. You're not going to be able to see it so much in this video. I'm going through my paper scraps here because I'm feeling like I need something else. So I'm looking at some teal papers and some what I end up using is that coordinations cardstock that you can see sitting there in the it's an aquarium is the color there. So again, I created this layout on December 14th, and it's March 22nd, so it's been a while since I did this layout. So again, I'm struggling a bit remembering what I did. Thank God I take good notes of like what I use and things like that, because otherwise I'd be lost. I'm off cutting out some paper here, and I'll be back in a second, I hope. I hope I didn't run away. Oh, here I'm back. So I'm going to mat this photo on that coordinations cardstock in that aquarium color, like I said, and I cut my photo down because when you take as everyone knows, when you take a photo with the iPhone, I don't ever like enlarge it. I print it at exactly the same size that the picture was actually taken, because they tend to get a little bit pixelated if you increase them, so they're not quite a 4x6, and so I don't force them to be a 4x6, and so I just cut the edges off there. And you can kind of see how the light's hitting that that holographic paper there, and I'm actually going to take that off the backing, which I shouldn't have done. It looks very pretty and nice there, and you can see how the light is hitting it, but I'm actually going to take it off its backing, and then it's going to sort of blend in with that silver paper from Stampin' Up. So live and learn. I should have just left it on the white backing there. I think it would have been much better, but whatever. I'm using that vellum paper. That's a Hambly screen print with some text on it, some script font text, and it's gibberish. I don't even know what it says. I'm just looking for more paper layers here, thinking about where I'm going to use a bunch of scraps, and those unfortunately I don't know the manufacturer. I throw all my scraps in the scrap envelope and then don't worry about it too much. So this is the part that takes the most time for this layout, is just figuring out where I want all my layers to go. And this is typically what takes so long when I'm trying to scrapbook, is just figuring out how the papers line up and what looks good to my eye and things like that. I have trouble leaving, and I've seen a lot of people do it, but I have a lot of trouble like leaving. If you can see on top of that holographic paper where that Handley screen print, that very it's a very, what would you say, like a very stark 90-degree angle there. I have trouble leaving them. You know, I have to like cover them up or put another layer of paper, and I'm trying to get over that, but it's still kind of leaving those kind of, you know, steps is more what it is, like 90-degree steps when you're layering paper. I'm trying to get over that. I cut that holographic paper down a little bit so that it will fit on the mat that I'm using. I didn't want any of these pattern papers to go directly on the what is it? The striped background paper. And I bought this long reach stapler in November sometime, and it's fantastic because right there, one staple, I put all my layers down. So that worked out nicely, because that is the toughest part for me in layering, is trying to figure out how that all, you know, goes back together. You can see that is that holographic paper, and I took it off its backing, and I really wish I wouldn't have, because see how now you can't see it. I mean, you can see it like in real life a bit, and you can see it, you'll be able to see it a little bit on the still photos, but one, it's very hard to work with off of its backing, and two, it just sort of fades into that Stampin' Up! Paper has some sheen to it as well, and when you put that holographic paper on top of it, it just kind of fades away. It doesn't do quite what it was doing when it had the backing on it, which is, I like that better. So now I'm just going to put the layers back in that did not, you know, they don't cover up where that staple is. They didn't extend down far enough to where that staple is, so I'm going to just put those back in, and then I think I'm going to be finished with my staples. And I'm going to add some adhesive. The staple is good for keeping the layers where I want them, but they still sort of move, and because, you know, it's only one staple in there holding them all together. So I'm just going to add some adhesive underneath to keep everything stable and in the place where I want it. But I'm telling you, I don't know, and I think I've said this before, maybe on a haul video or something, I do not know why somebody does not come out with a tiny attacher like stapler that reaches 12 by 12. Like, I wouldn't think that the technology to manufacture something like that would be difficult, and I think all of us would buy one. I need to I need to find myself a engineer or something and work on that. But I mean, I really think that they would have a cash cow if they could figure out how to make a tiny attacher go across the 12 by 12 layout. I've not seen anything like that, but I think they could make a lot of money doing that. Come on, Tim Holtz, listen up. Because I mean, the long reach stapler is great, it's fine, but you know, the smaller staples do work better on our layouts. So okay, now I have all my layers laid down, and I put my photo up on dimensional adhesive, just using some, I think it's by Scotch. And now I'm just going to go through the stickers that are on the Echo Park paper from the Winter Wishes collection. That's their element stickers. I'm going to use these two little owls, and I didn't think I would use them on any other layout that I would make, so I decided that this would be a good place to put them. And they're little cute owls. I have trouble using like animal like stickers and things on layouts, so anytime that I can find a place where it sort of matches and goes, I'm gonna stick it down, because like, see that penguin? If you could see that penguin that was on the that sticker sheet, I don't know when I'm gonna use that. I don't know. I'm using this border strip here that sort of, it gives it a little bit of texture and movement, because we have a lot of right angles and a lot of square sheets of paper on this layout. So I just thought that adding that sort of snowflake border would give the layout a little bit of movement and a little bit more texture. I'm just pulling out all of the stickers from the sticker sheet that work. I put a label sticker up there. I put a sticker that says "Enjoy the Sparkle," and that one that says "Goodness." And I'm gonna now put my owls down. I put the first owl I put down flat against the paper, and then I had to put a dimensional adhesive behind his head because he's sitting on many layers of paper. And then the second little owl I put all up one dimensional adhesive. There we go. I'm going to finally commit and put my photo down. And that label sticker that I have sitting next to the owl, I'm going to move that in a second. When I figure out where I'm going to put my title and all of that, I'm going to move that label sticker. See, that holographic paper showing up good underneath those studio lights like that, but to look at it just in the scrapbook, well, part of the problem is, watch this. I'm going to cover most of it up with that label sticker. So even if I hadn't taken the backing off of that holographic paper, there's very little of it left showing, as you can see. And I'm going to cover it up further with some washi tape, because now I have that odd gap between that Hambly screen print where the holographic paper is and all of that. So it's kind of a weird gap up there. So I'm actually going to cover that up with some washi tape. So I thought I would try to get that tree up there so I could cover it, cover up that gap with the tree. But the tree isn't working up there, and the tree was higher than the owls, and I don't know, it was just messing with my... you know, it's funny because I'm not a very creative person, I don't think. You know, I tend to, like, abstract things, just not my... That's why I have such trouble, like, I could never put owls on a layout that wasn't somehow about owls or, you know, birds or something like that. It's I don't know, if it's a cow embellishment, I feel like there should be a cow theme or something going on in the layout. It's my my inability for the my inability for the abstract or something. So because I put that one tree up there on the right hand side there, I put that other tree down there on the right side. I'm adding some flags here. What I'm working on right now is trying to figure out how I'm going to cover up that odd gap that's left between that purple circular paper and that label that I put up there. So I know I want to use that snow-kissed, and I'm going to end up putting it right there. And then I wanted to use this striped... It's a flag sort of thing, and it's purple, and it does come back. That flag shape will eventually come back. Here's a little label sticker that I was trying to find a place to use it, because I'm trying to add more shapes into this layout, because like I said, everything was very boxy. So I wanted to make sure that I put some more shapes. So I have the trees, I have the snowflake border on the bottom, the owls, you know, and some of these label stickers that make it a little bit soften it up a bit, so it's not so boxy. I'm going to title this layout The Road Home, because that's what it is. It's and I love that we go through this like cusp of trees on our way home, because like you can watch the seasons change just going through these trees. Like right now, they're all stark. Like there's nothing, you know, nothing. But in a couple of weeks, they'll all be starting to bloom, and you know, and Stu will be complaining about his allergies. And Tuesday, she left me a message on my last video that was talking about allergies, and she's like, well, if you just stay in your scrap room, there's nothing, you know, it's so cold that no allergens can live. She's not wrong about that. I was looking for washi tape is where I disappear to in the video, and I thought that was hilarious because she's so right. But it's more the outside, you know. I'm fine. I stay in my scrap room. It's fine. Stu has to actually go outside, so. Maybe I'll be traveling again. I haven't been traveling lately. I've been having some issues going on, some health issues. Nothing major, nothing to worry about, but some health issues going on. So I haven't been able to travel, but so I haven't really been leaving the house much. So I'm just fiddling with this washi tape, trying to get it. I wish I would figure out where to use washi tape before I put my layers down. Like that would make more sense, right? No. It's always an afterthought for me. Washi tape is always an afterthought, and then I just, thank goodness, like a million yards of it. Oh, look, and I put it on it got on my photo. Oh, it's terrible. See, all this, oh, I'm struggling. I cannot get this washi tape to go down where I want it to go. It's driving me absolutely insane. Washi tape for me, like I was going to say, is always an afterthought. It's like, oh, it'll fit good in here, it'll fit good in here. And by then, I have all this adhesive down and all these layers down, and the washi tape just will not go down. So it's quite annoying. So I gotta pull all my layers up to get this washi tape to go down there. Gotta show you my hair. The camera's not set up like that anymore, so I think we're gonna be okay now. I don't think you'll have to see my head. The camera's set up at a different angle now after I did the scrap room redo, so thank goodness. 'Cause that was quite annoying. So I'm gonna finish my I'm gonna finish my the reason why I needed that washi tape there was because I needed a ledge for my title to sit on. And so I'm gonna finish up my title, and that is about going to, oh no, I've got some embellishing to do. Yeah, I forgot about that. I'm actually gonna bring in some 3D embellishments. These are some, I don't actually know what you would call them. I put them down on my supply list as acrylic rosettes, and I got them in a, let me think. I got them in a kit. I think it was a scrapping from the inside out kit 1,010 years ago. I think there's where I'm going to put that washi to finally clean up that bit of awkward space there. And then I'm going to put that big rosette on top of it. And I'm going to adhere them down with some purple brads just from my stash. I don't know who made the brads either. I think those rosettes, though, those sort of floral, crystal floral looking things, came in a scrapbook, scrapping from the inside out kit. Here's some more washi that I'm going to struggle to get where I want it. So annoying. And now I'm going to look at it and see if I like it. And I'm going to try to figure out here, once I get back up into doing these narrations in real time, it will be better, because then I'll remember what I was doing at the time. I forgot to load the still picture at the end of this video, so I'm trying to talk to you and do that at the same time. And if you know me, you know that I'm not good at doing two things at once. So I'm pulling out a couple more of these label stickers. This one says "Let It Snow," and this was last February. This photo was taken. Is it February? February 1st of 2013. The photo was taken, and you know, we didn't get a lot of snow last year. This year, it was like, it was, by the time the last snowstorm came through, and I didn't even take any pictures, because at that point it was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, you know, we live in Maryland. We normally get one good snowfall a year, and then we, you know, just get some flurries or something. But this year, it seemed like every other day it was snowing. So by the time the last snowfall came this year, I was like, did you take pictures? She was like, no, I'm over it. Okay, no photos. So I'll have to steal somebody else's. So for as simple as this layout is, it certainly took a long time to get through. I'm going to do some journaling here. The journaling says, I love how these lines of trees stand to greet us when we're on our way home. They tell the story of the season. And I'm going to use some number stickers from that Echo Park Alpha paper to put the date on that blue sort of curly Q label sticker in the upper left hand corner there. And then I'm going to put these rosettes down with some, I swear to you that I'm going to put these rosettes down with some purple brads, which is probably where I'm going to get them. I keep my brads, just the ones that are, you know, not decorative brads, but just colored brads, in these, what are those things called? Salt and pepper shakers that I got at the dollar store is where I keep them. It works good. And so now I'm just going to have to pierce the paper and figure out where everything's got to go. And it's going through multiple layers of paper and that holographic paper. So it's going to take a little bit to get that, to finagle that through there, but it eventually goes. Oh, it will go. If I have to pull out the, what is that, crocodile? The big bite? I have the big bite. I will pull it out. I'm not afraid to use it. I don't ever use it, but I'm not afraid to. I don't know why. We buy all these tools for scrapbooking that we think is going to make our lives better, and then we never use them. Yeah, so that's wonderful. Wow, this is a long video, 20 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. 20 minutes for, yeah, some of this I should have really cut out. I'm actually going to put some glue dots underneath those rosettes because they're turning and I don't like that. I don't like things moving on my pages once they're in the books, so I'm just going to stick some glue dots underneath them, and luckily the plastic is thick enough that you can't see them underneath there, so that worked out well. Or else I would have had to pull them up and put some glossy accents behind them, because once things are down, like sometimes people will ask me, why'd you put glue dots behind your brads? Because I don't like things twirling once they're in my books, so. And here is where I'm going to put the date in that upper left-hand corner there. 2/1/2013. And then this one will go in the book. I'm going to take my, because I'm me, I had to put the dots in between the date, the month, the day, and the year. And then I pulled in that, because I had that blue in the upper left-hand corner there, then I needed to pull the blue down in the, oh, did I pull the wrong photo in? Oh, hold on one second. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. I had the photo too big in the recording, but you can see I pulled that blue sticker down in that bottom right-hand corner to balance the blue that's in the upper left-hand corner, and that finished this layout. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!